Welcome to the How-To Factory, the channel where we reveal the secrets behind how your favorite foods, drinks, and everyday essentials are made. Hard candy. Bright, glossy, and packed with sugary punch. Whether it's a peppermint swirl, a cherry lollipop, or a sour lemon drop, these classic confections have stood the test of time, delighting generations with their simple yet irresistible charm. But what transforms a boiling pot of sugar into those smooth, translucent sweets that last on your tongue and bring back childhood memories? Today, we're heading into the candy factory to unwrap how hard candy is cooked, colored, and crafted into sugary perfection. The story of hard candy goes back thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians placed honey candies in tombs as offerings to the gods. In China, candied fruits and nuts were prepared for festivals, while the Greeks dipped flowers in honey as sweet celebratory treats. Sugar, as we know it, spread into Europe after the Crusades. At first, it was so rare that it was sold by apothecaries as medicine. These early lozenges, flavored with herbs like anise or licorice, were given to soothe coughs or settle the stomach. By the 18th century, sugar production boomed, and candy making shifted from pharmacies to kitchens and shops. By the 19th century, industrialization transformed candy into a mass-market treat. Penny candy shops appeared, giving children the thrill of buying colorful sweets for just a cent. If you could walk into an old-fashioned penny candy shop, what would be the first candy you'd grab? Drop your answer in the comments. We'd love to know. Fun fact: during the Great Depression, hard candy was still considered an affordable luxury. Even when money was scarce, a nickel could buy a small bag of lemon drops or cinnamon discs. And before we turn up the heat, go ahead and pop that like button in your mouth, unwrap the subscribe, and ring that bell like it's your favorite candy jar, so you never miss a sweet behind-the-scenes reveal on the How-To Factory. Hard candy begins with sugar, corn syrup, and water. These are boiled in massive kettles until they reach the hard crack stage, 300 to 310 degrees Fahrenheit. At this exact temperature, water has evaporated enough that sugar molecules harden into a brittle, glassy structure. Go too low, and the candy stays soft or sticky. Go too high, and it burns. Factories use precision thermometers, infrared scanners, and even lasers to hit the sweet spot. Time to bust a few myths. Myth buster number 1. Does candy making always need corn syrup? Not always. Corn syrup helps prevent crystallization, keeping candy smooth. Without it, sugar can clump into gritty crystals. But artisan candy makers sometimes skip corn syrup entirely, relying on skill and precise temperature control instead. Once the syrup hits the right temperature, flavorings and colorings are added. Timing is everything. Add them too early, and the heat burns them away. Too late, and the candy cools too fast to blend. Factories use everything from natural extracts like peppermint oil to bold synthetic flavors. Food dyes give us those vibrant reds, greens, and yellows, while artisan makers may turn to natural coloring from beet juice, turmeric, or spirulina. Mythbuster number 2. Are artificial colors unsafe? Not in regulated amounts. Every FDA-approved dye goes through strict testing before hitting the market. Still, natural colors remain popular with consumers who want cleaner labels. Next, the molten candy is poured onto cooling tables, often marble or stainless steel with chilled water running underneath. As it cools, it thickens into a pliable, taffy-like mass. Candy makers then pull the candy, stretching and folding it repeatedly. This introduces air bubbles, making the candy opaque and glossy. Without pulling, peppermint sticks and candy canes wouldn't have their creamy shine. Fun fact: pulled candy cans stretch hundreds of feet in a single batch before being chopped into small pieces. Are you Team Peppermint, Team Fruit Flavor, or Team Sour when it comes to hard candy? Comment below. We'll see which one wins. Once the candy becomes pliable, it's shaped in different ways. Engraved rollers stamp drops and discs. Lollipops are poured into molds while machines insert the sticks, and candy canes are hand-twisted into red and white spirals before being bent into their familiar hook shape. Artisan candy shops still cut pieces with scissors, making each one slightly unique. Fun fact: the world's largest lollipop, made in 2012, weighed over 7,000 pounds, taller than a two-story building. After shaping, candies cool completely, hardening into their glassy state. To prevent sticking, factories dust them with cornstarch, powdered sugar, or coat them with a thin layer of wax. Wrapping machines take over next, twisting thousands of candies per minute. Wrappers protect the candy from humidity, which can cause it to absorb moisture and turn sticky. Mythbuster number 3. Why do some candies get sticky in the wrapper? That's because hard candy is hygroscopic. It pulls moisture from the air. High humidity is the culprit, not bad candy making. Hard candy isn't just food. It's history, tradition, and culture. Candy canes began in 17th century Germany as plain white sticks, given to children in church, and the red stripes with peppermint flavor didn't appear until the early 1900s. Lollipops go back hundreds of years. Their name likely coming from lolly, meaning tongue, and pop, meaning slap, essentially, slap it on your tongue. In Victorian England, candy was often gifted in ornate glass jars, and today, those jars are considered valuable antiques. Mythbuster number 4. Does sugar make kids hyper? Despite what parents have said for generations, the science says no. Multiple studies show no link between sugar and hyperactivity. Kids usually get excited from the event, birthdays, holidays, Halloween, not just from candy itself. What's the one hard candy you'll never get tired of? The one you always grab first? Share it in the comments and see if your favorite matches up with others in the community. So, the next time you unwrap a peppermint swirl, crunch on a cinnamon disc, or savor a Jolly Rancher, remember that each piece of candy carries with it a rich story of history, science, and craftsmanship. From honey candies placed in ancient tombs, to penny candy shops, to today's high-speed factories, hard candy has always been more than sugar. It's a cultural tradition, a scientific marvel, and a sweet reminder that sometimes the simplest pleasures last the longest. Thanks for joining us on the How-To Factory. Stay sweet, stay curious, and we'll see you next time when we reveal the secrets behind another everyday favorite.